not every thought we have is original thought. Most of the time, it doesn't generate from inside of us. Usually, it's influenced from our external environment 90% of the time. And maybe that's a high number. Anyhow, I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example before I make this very complex. You're outside, you're going home, and then you hear music as you was going home. You wasn't paying attention to it consciously. It's just noise in your environment. So now when you get home, you sit down, you're taking off your shoes, you took your shoes off, you lay down on your bed. Now all of a sudden you're hearing that song playing in your head, even though you was not consciously thinking about the song, or making the song part of your memory. You got home and now you're in a whole vibe session with the song that you were hearing earlier. You're like, why am I thinking about this so much? Why am I thinking about this song so much? And that's when it clicked. You heard the song on your way home. Your brain unconsciously download that song, maybe with some form of association to it, but that's a topic for later. And then now you're just vibing with the song that you heard coming home, and you unconsciously made it part of your your afternoon thinking pattern, right? And that is a thought, right? It's a memory that you were unconsciously downloading on your brain. Now let's get technical about it. Like, see how simple that is? That thought was not yours. It was downloaded from your environment, and now you made it part of your memory, your short-term memory. Imagine if you in an environment and you have friends, or you have family, or you have coworkers where they are, let's say it's a negative environment, and they're saying things to make you feel insecure about yourself. Now you download that information because now it's directly associated with you and your character and your personality. And if you're in an environment like that and it's constantly making you believe that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, then your self-esteem or your sense of self or your self-concept is going to go into question. That's only if you don't have a good self-concept. And now that thought that person was saying to you now is downloaded inside of your brain. The same way how the car analogy, that information was just downloaded in your brain and then it became part of your memory. The same thing happens when you're in environments, but that's negative. And it's the same thing if you're in an environment that is positive. Now, it gets even more complex, right? Because then that information could turn into inference if you're in an environment that is very negative, because it's an incomplete information of your character, of your personality, and even the environment that you're in with the people. So that's why it's very important to understand that where is this thought coming from? And is this thought resonate with who I am? Who do I believe that I am? Because if you don't have a buffer system to identify outside thoughts or what's being implied from your environment and from others, then you can believe what is being said to you, and then you make that part of your memory. Now you're scaffolding your memory or scaffolding yourself of concept, because remember, thoughts create into thinking, and it's scaffolding to an identity. So if you don't have a buffer system to understand that this not an original thought and this is not my self-concept, then you are going to create a sense of self that can either work for you or work against you. And this can then it reflects into relationship, and then the thinking process and how you think and view the world, your interpretation and your perception of the world kind of can get skewed negatively or can get skewed positively, or can become naive, or you can project onto others, and so forth. And tomorrow I'm going to get a little bit more in depth with this topic.